Hey friends, welcome to another episode of the Block Thrasher Daily Crypto Update. My name is Justin Cummins, and I am so glad that you are here with me today. We are doing everything we can to simplify crypto by shattering the complexities with news, commentary, analysis, and education. It is Thursday, April 22nd. I am in the beautiful state of Oregon, just outside Bend, Oregon, sitting here looking out at the mountains. It's an incredible view. This is a really cool spot. Well, let's take a look at the cryptocurrency market and talk about our word of the day, as we always do on the Block Thrasher Daily Update. The market it's a mixed bag. It's kind of red. It kind of hurts. We have not been able to sustain the upward movement that we saw last couple of days. Sustainability has been an issue, and that is our word of the day. Sustainability. This actually is not that uncommon of a word. I hear this all the time. It's become one of the more popular words of late because it has taken on a meaning which is connected to to the environment. The definition by dictionary.com of sustainability is the quality of not being harmful to the environment or depleting natural resources and thereby supporting long-term ecological balance. Which is interesting because, sustainability could apply to many things, right? I mean, is something sustainable? Will the market be able to sustain an upward movement? Anyway, it's a good word if you're not familiar with it. Sustainability, SUSTAINABILITY, sustainability. All right, let's look at the market and see what is happening here today. The total market cap is up 0.4%. Wow, that's not much to you. You're certainly not going to be calling mom writing home about that, are you? 0.4%. It is at $2.109 trillion. It's great to see that the total crypto space has been able to remain above the $2 trillion mark for a number of weeks now. Good to see. Total volume, 278 billion. Here's the interesting part about the market stats right now. Bitcoin's dominance continues to fall. It is now 48.3%. And Ethereum is just taking over dominance. Inch by inch by inch. It is now 13.9% of the total cryptocurrency market space. And that on the heels of a new Ethereum all-time high, just short of $2,600. Ethereum is up in the last 24 hours, 7.6%. And it's the outlier in the market right now because a lot of other things are struggling. Up 7.6% to $2,560.38 as I speak at this moment. Ethereum just doing phenomenally well. Excuse me, but take another sip of coffee. Boy, it is early, and I've been struggling of late. The amount of time that I've been spending on the road, a little bit of interruption of sleep. In both places where I've been of late, there's roosters. And I'll tell you something about roosters. Roosters don't just start to crow at the sunrise. No. They will start at 3 a.m. Yeah, they'll wake you up. Same thing with dogs, right? Coyotes, all kinds of stuff. I love being out in the country. I do. But it takes some getting used to with these noises if you're trying to get good sleep, as I am. All right, moving to the prices in the market today. Bitcoin is $54,514. It is down 1.7%. Bitcoin has dropped 13% on the week. Bitcoin's struggling. We already mentioned Ethereum. Ethereum is up. Binance Coin is down 2.3%. It's currently $568.54. Binance Coin, interestingly enough, the smart chain, Binance Smart Chain, the BSC, is starting to experience some of the congestion of Ethereum. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later on. We have to talk about SafeMoon for a little bit. Pancake Swap bringing a massive amount of volume. And it's just interesting because Binance is going to have the same problems that Ethereum has because essentially it's just a clone. Well, same problem. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. XRP is down 4.22% to $1.31. Cardano is, boy, I'll tell you what, Cardano is on sale. It's down 16% on the week, down 1.8% in the last 7 days to $1.22. So it's 20 cents off, 20 something plus cents off from its all-time high of late. I think we saw it get close to $1.50 for a second. Dogecoin continues to fall. It is down 10% in the last 24 hours. It is currently 28 cents. We're going to look at one article today about Dogecoin where Mike Novogoretz points out, yeah, I think that's it. That's what it was, that this retail pump with Dogecoin is not sustainable. So we'll talk about that for a second. Polkadot's down 1.5% to $35.06. Uniswap's kicking it, up 13.5% in the last 24 hours. Uniswap is now $36.80. Uniswap and Ethereum, they are ruling the day. They're like, the two soldiers going to battle and just taking people down, taking people out. That's what's happening right there. Litecoin up 4.9%. It is $277.20. Bitcoin Cash is down a bit, $937. Chainlink is up 4.2% to $39.15. It's going to drop down and just point out a couple other highlights here. Solana is one that I've been recommending to you guys for a bit of a while now. It is up 38% on the week and up 10.1% in the last 24 hours. Solana looking strong. It continues to move up in market cap. I would not be surprised if eventually at some point in time we see Solana get closer to the top 10. Whether it will break into the top 10 or not, who's to say? That would be exciting if it did. Great project. All right, I think that covers the market for today. Not much else to look at there. So why is Ethereum pumping like this? Well, here are some possible key reasons why Ethereum just hit this fresh record high within an inch of $2,600. There's technical and fundamental strength. Earlier today, Real Visions Group, Raoul Paul, spotted an enormous rounded bottom on the FBTC chart, predicting a huge breakout on the verge of the aforementioned price spike. By asserting dominance in DeFi and NFTs, Ether is now becoming the currency of the digital world, according to Powell. He also made a comment about selling his whole Bitcoin stash for Ether, which obviously did not sit well with Bitcoiners. Yeah. It's so funny. I'm just going to stop there for a second and talk about this thing that happens in crypto, which is so easily observable because you see it all over social. But people become these fanboys of their particular project. And so you get the Bitcoiners, the Bitcoin maximalist, you get the Ethereum maximalist, and they all heat on each other. The Bitcoiners are always talking about how Ethereum is crap, and they have a lot of ammo there to do that with because Ethereum is broken. And then sometimes the Ethereum people will talk about how, the Bitcoin is broken, because of its proof of work problems or whatever. It's not really usable as a currency, whatever. They have all kinds of different. But more than anything, the Ethereum people attack the other altcoins, the Cardanos and the Polkadots and whatever it is, Solana, you name it. Ethereum's the only thing that is any good. And there you get this tribalism. And then it gets even worse than that. Then you get these relatively new people to the space, or people who are just, all about speculation, and they latch into a coin like Dogecoin or SafeMoon now, or any of these others throughout the history of the crypto space. There's always something like that, like those types of coins that come and go, and they become literally like religious fanatics almost about it, cult-like. It happens even in our own Facebook group. They start going after people with the unkind speech, and just it's insane, and it's ridiculous, and it does not bode well for crypto, and it does not attract people to the space. And we're trying to stay above the fray with that here. I have projects that I like, that I love, but the analysis here is more about fundamentals, and I encourage everybody to take that kind of approach. I mean, listen, and if you're going to get involved in crypto space and you're going to start jumping into social media, yeah, you're going to you're going to have a little bit of a thick skin, because if you try to point out some solid factual evidence about something, somebody's going to come and rip you up downside the other, because they feel like you're attacking their project or their coin, and that may not even be the case. And so right now we see with SafeMoon, we see this. We see this like war going on where and sometimes it's just FUD. Sometimes there's ulterior motives. Sure, trying to wade through that can be a little bit difficult. And I'm trying to help everybody with that here with BlockThrasher Daily Crypto Updates. But it's a challenge, even with the amount of time that I spend, which is hours and hours and hours every single day researching this stuff. Sometimes it's hard to weed through all of that. It's hard to sort through, I should say, the weeds of all of that and figure out what is accurate and what is true. Anyway, back to this article. At this point in the risk cycle with ETH 2.0 coming, cheaper fees and less supply, I'm struggling not to sell all my Bitcoin to move my entire core position to Ethereum. To be clear, I'm a massive Bitcoin bull, but I think Ethereum is the better asset allocation for performance right now. So it's interesting. So Pal's basically, and I bet you, if anything, he's yanking chains right here. Which is, what you have to do on Twitter. The name of the game, you want to get some attention. But it's an interesting thought from a purely from the standpoint of returns. Yeah, you would have been better off at different seasons of time in this last year being in Ethereum rather than Bitcoin for better asset allocation performance right now. That he's talking about. But hey, let's take that principle a little bit further. There's a lot of alts that are not Ethereum or Bitcoin, right? Other alts that you would have been in a much better place. And, so strategically speaking, I'll speak to that for just a second. Also a Bitcoin bull myself. I also think that Ethereum has the potential to do quite well, as it has done. They have problems that they have to address. I've talked about that frequently, though. If you follow the podcast, you know where I stand with Ethereum. It's got first mover advantage, and it has a ton of projects that are operating on the Ethereum blockchain, but there's huge problems. Transaction fees are way too high. You can spend $90 on a transaction fee, $90 worth of Ethereum a couple days ago, just trying to pull something out of a liquidity pool. That's really not sustainable. So they have difficulty making the changes that need to be made because it's like this massively huge train that's already in motion. That being said, it could happen. I believe it is likely to happen. However, competitors are just racing. And so from a longer term investment strategy, while Bitcoin and Ethereum might see 10, 20, 30% gains, some of the others are going to see much, much greater gains, 50%, 100% gains. And another thing to notice is it's just not that hard for projects to switch over from Ethereum to another project. I mean, a lot of them have moved to the Binance Smart Chain, and we've seen explosive growth with BNB Coin, Binance's coin, and the Binance Smart Chain type of projects, PancakeSwap, and even SafeMoon, which we're talking about, others like this. So my philosophy is allocate some to Bitcoin, allocate some to Ethereum. Look at, especially Bitcoin as your digital gold, your long-term investment. It's going to be a while. Could there be a flippening? Could Bitcoin not be number one top dog king of crypto someday? Yeah, it's possible. But that probably is going to be, it's going to take a long time for that to happen. Like we're talking 5 to, all the things do move fast. My guesstimate would be 5-10 years before something like that could happen. Now we could be shocked. Granted, crypto is a shocking space. Crazy things happen. But anyway, going back to the point is, if you want to see greater gains, pick super solid projects that are lower down in market cap, that are competitors with Ethereum, or even if they're not competitors, but they've got some solid technology, good team, that sort of thing. Yeah, you're going to see greater gains. And that's essentially what Powell's pointing out here, but he's just comparing the two, Bitcoin and Ethereum. You're likely to see greater gains with Ethereum. And that's I think there's truth to that. Also, Ethereum may be pumping because there was a shot in the arm from Canada. 3 Ethereum exchange-traded funds simultaneously went live on April 20th on the Toronto Stock Exchange. This allowed Canadian investors to easily get exposure to the token. So on April 21st, the CI Galaxy Ethereum ETF, ETHX, logged $44 million in trading volume. maintaining its lead over the Purpose Ether ETF that recorded 30 million. All ETFs saw greater volume on the second day of trading, which is very rare, according to analyst Eric Rachunas. Refinance, a pioneering cross-chain operating system DeFi, releases its own blockchain platform. According to a press release shared with you today, ReefChain will go live in mainnet as soon as early May. Oh, this is a separate story. So those are a couple of reasons why Ethereum is seeing some nice gains in spite of the rest of the market definitely struggling at the moment. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It will be a constant theme on the Block Thrasher podcast. Do not leave significant amounts of crypto on an exchange. And this story illustrates why. They're talking about this event that just occurred last night or yesterday as the new Mt. Gox. So CEO of a Turkish crypto exchange, of the exchange THETA, reportedly runs off with $2 billion of crypto. Nearly 400,000 users of a Turkish cryptocurrency exchange were locked out of their accounts without being able to withdraw their funds. The platform's website has been down for several days, while reports suggest its CEO has already fled the country with up to $2 billion. Oh, man. This is incredible. Turkish exchange does a rug pull. Bloomberg reported yesterday that THETA, a Turkey-based crypto exchange, has ceased trading, citing an unspecified partnership transaction. The founded in 2017 trading platform issued a statement explaining that all services would remain shut down for about 5 working days. However, the message reassured customers that they shouldn't worry about their funds. Approximately at the same time, though, users started to complain about their inability to access their own assets. Some took to Twitter to exemplify the absurdity of the situation. More recent coverages asserted that the exchange's chief executive officer and founder, Faruk Fatih Ozer, who refrained answering comments before, had fled the country. So users are alleging fraud. Upon the news of Ozer's alleged escape from Turkey, users of the local exchange hired a law firm to file a complaint against THETA. Oguz Evren Klik, representing an unspecified number of THETA customers, confirmed the development, saying, "We have filed a legal complaint on Wednesday." He speculated that the funds on the Turkish exchange could be worth hundreds of millions of dollars, keeping in mind that the user base is just shy of 400,000. A prosecutor in Istanbul has reportedly launched an investigation. Well, these things aren't good. These things are not good for the cryptocurrency space, of course, even though they don't actually have anything to do. They don't reflect upon crypto in any way. It's really centralized entities. This is just criminal activity being perpetrated by another centralized entity. Government will use it to say, look, we got to regulate this space. And so it's worth noting that Turkish authorities have already taken a steep approach towards the cryptocurrency industry. Last week, there was a rule on digital assets banning users from using them as payments from April 30th. So this is what happens as a result. Government steps in. Moving on to the next segment of today's episode. Peter Schiff. Peter Schiff accuses Grayscale of manipulating the Bitcoin market. Here's why. It's hilarious. And this is something we see repeatedly. Peter Schiff, CEO of Euro-Pacific Capital, Goldbug, and continuous Bitcoin critic, has taken to Twitter to pour another portion of scorn onto the biggest Bitcoin buyer, Grayscale Investments, a subsidiary of Barry Silbert's digital currency group. He stated that the company is interested in manipulating the Bitcoin price rather than being useful to its clients. According to Schiff, Grayscale tries to manipulate the Bitcoin market using its GBTC product. Schiff attacks GBT's discount yet again. The gold bug, who obviously is biased because his business is to sell as much gold as possible. And we know that crypto has been eating away at that market. The gold bug, Schiff, has tweeted yet again, doubting Grayscale's intentions for buying Bitcoin since its major product, GBTC, is now trading at a 13.88% discount to NAV, native asset value. That was his comment to a recent post in which the company shared that it had acquired almost $1 billion in crypto in 24 hours on April 21st. So just yesterday, Grayscale has acquired almost $1 billion in crypto in 24 hours. Woo, huge. Schiff opined that Grayscale is more interested in manipulating the Bitcoin price than satisfying its clients, since it charges them extra cash, giving them exposure to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies at a premium. A bunch of, you know something? You go to Schiff's company, Euro Pacific Capital, or whatever his company's name is that sells the gold. You know what's going to happen? You buy gold, you know what's going to happen? You're going to pay a premium. That's right. It's no different. For Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash, the premiums are extremely high and constitute 850.42% for Litecoin and 238.69% for Bitcoin Cash accordingly. So Schiff posts on Twitter, why is GBTC buying Bitcoin in the market when its shares trade at 13% discount to native asset value? Grayscale is more interested in manipulating the price of Bitcoin than maximizing shareholder value. So it forces GBT shareholders to pay $1 for Bitcoin that it could buy for just 87 cents. Whoop-de-doo. Couple pennies. As reported by You Today previously, Schiff had stated that the decline in the GBTC premium signifies the dropping interest of investors in Bitcoin. And so now also Peter Schiff is daring Michael Saylor to debate him. You know, that would be I would watch that. Michael Saylor would destroy Peter Schiff, I believe. You got one of the biggest advocates of Bitcoin and puts his money where his mouth is, by the way, Michael Saylor, who's also one of the most articulate people within his space. And then you got Peter Schiff, who, you know, I love a lot of things about the guy. He's phenomenal when it comes to issues with the Federal Reserve and educating people about what's going on, and just way off on crypto, you know? It would be a really good debate. I would tune into that. That would be popular. That would be fun. All right, let's talk about SafeMoon for just a moment here. Headline on this story is not so safe. SafeMoon's parabolic rally isn't sustainable. Traders warn. Traders say the SafeMoon rally is not sustainable as the token sees massive volatility. Yeah, SafeMoon is pretty much the epitome of volatility at the moment. SafeMoon, the token on Binance Smart Chain, widely recognized as the TikTok meme coin, is seeing massive volatility after its massive gains in the past week. According to the data from Dex.Guru, which tracks alternative cryptocurrencies on various blockchains, the price of SafeMoon dropped by nearly 50% in the last 2 days. From 74 Satoshi to 45 Satoshi. Does the SafeMoon rally have any strength? SafeMoon is a cryptocurrency on Binance Smart Chain that started out at a low market cap of around $50,000. The price and market capitalization of SafeMoon went parabolic after growing popularity on TikTok. On Dex.Guru, the price of SafeMoon rose from 29 Satoshis to 74 by more than 2,200% in merely 3 weeks. Whether there is any substance or fundamental catalyst behind the SafeMoon rally remains to be seen. On April 22nd, the SafeMoon team announced that the cryptocurrency is being flooded with listing offers from large Asian exchanges. The team said one exchange in Asia that is currently in talks with SafeMoon is the 36th biggest in the world. Blah, 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 blah. Nevertheless, Traders emphasized the massive volatility of SafeMoon despite its relatively high liquidity compared to other tokens that are not listed on major exchanges. Cantor and Clark, a derivatives trader, said that the correction of SafeMoon restores balance in the universe, implying that the rally was not sustainable. Luke Martin, a well-known cryptocurrency trader, also described the price trend of SafeMoon as UnSafeMoon after it dropped 65% in a short period on April 22nd. And it's interesting because SafeMoon is engineered in such a way to disincentivize selling because you get taxed 10%. So from the get-go, if you buy SafeMoon, it has to go up 10%. If it drops 10%, you just lost 20% because there's a 10% withdrawal tax. One reason why rally might fade. SafeMoon rallied strongly with a period of a few weeks, surging from near zero to $5 billion in valuation at its peak. Cryptocurrency researcher Larry Cermak noted that the SafeMoon live stream had 50,000 live viewers. But Cermak also pointed out that if the interest around Binance Smart Chain persists, BSC, the Binance Smart Chain, could struggle to meet the surging user demand, which then could lead to higher fees that may drive away users. So you've got problems here on top of all these problems. You've got the issue I mentioned already, 10% tax when you draw. Now we're talking about Binance Smart Chain. Binance Smart Chain, no different than Ethereum, pretty much carbon copy. You're going to have the same issues with withdrawals. So depending on the amount that you put in, a lot of people out there, come on, it's a TikTok meme. These kids, they're throwing in $100, throwing in $200. You throw in $100, you're already at 90 when you withdraw. If you withdraw immediately, right? Price goes up 10%, you break even. But then you get hit with a $10 or $20 fee to withdraw it eventually. Anyway, he said DBank is saying that PancakeSwap had 700,000 unique addresses today, and the SafeMoon live stream had 50,000 live viewers. What is going on? I'm very sure about one thing. Binance Smart Chain won't be able to handle the current activity for much longer and will eventually be unusable. When Ponzi's start consistently losing money, people will lose interest too. Only question is what happens after that. As reported, as Cointelegraph reported earlier, PancakeSwap, the biggest automated market maker on Binance Smart Chain, overtook Ethereum's user activity as the demand skyrocketed at the peak of the SafeMoon rally. All very interesting. I don't like spending a lot of time talking about the SafeMoons and the DOGEs, but I just feel compelled to because A, they're in the news, and B, all of the people that are rushing into crypto right now because of the adoption that is occurring are getting into these coins without having much information or knowledge about it. And so we've got to do this. This headline from finbull.com, written by Samuel Town, says Doge is a retail phenomenon, but the boom might not have legs, according to Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz. Crypto investment firm Galaxy Digital CEO, ex-hedge fund manager and billionaire Mike Novogratz has called for caution over Dogecoin's rise, stating the meme-inspired asset has no concrete support. Speaking to Yahoo Finance, Novogratz said Dogecoin's spike in value is a retail phenomenon due to the supply of more money into the economy by the Federal Reserve. Furthermore, Novogratz compared the rise with the GameStop stock that surged to historical highs, fueled by discussions on social media platform Reddit. The Bitcoin bull also warned against putting the asset into a portfolio. According to Novogratz, this, quote, is very much like GameStop, where these meme coins tap into something in the young, new investor base and it becomes fun. It builds on momentum and they want to go after the shorts. I don't think it's going to have legs because it is a retail. All of a sudden, there is nobody behind it. No institutions coming in, no strategic buyers. Nobody is working on how to make Doge part of your portfolio. Novogratz dismisses Bitcoin and Doge comparisons. The Dogecoin boom has earned the asset comparisons to the recent Bitcoin rally. However, Novogratz has cautioned against comparing the two assets. According to Novogratz, it's, quote, very wrong to compare Doge to Bitcoin or the other coins. The amount of CapEx and OpEx that goes into keeping the Bitcoin network decentralized and up and running each year is immense, added Novogratz. Doge is a dog, no pun intended. Bitcoin has sustained its rally from the start of the year, hitting a new record price of almost 65,000. The April 14, 2021 record price was attained after crypto exchange Coinbase listed on NASDAQ. The rise of Dogecoin has witnessed several Wall Street leading figures and celebrities endorsing the asset. So his argument here is a good one. The Doge rise is completely fueled by retail. Retail investors have weak hands. As I've mentioned before, they are looking for that flash gain, that meteoric, super fast rise, sell, so they can jump onto the social media platforms and be like, I just 10x, I just 100x, I just 1000x, but they're sitting there waiting by the sell button. However, the sad reality is that most people mess up, right? So they buy on the high and they end up panicking and selling on the low. And this is just, it's a mechanism for taking money from the uninformed. That's what happens with these situations. All right. If you are not a Coinbase user, I will create a link in the description here so that you can join if you like. Coinbase has listed Forth. Ample Forth launches new Forth token with instant listing on Coinbase. You can go to Coinbase, open up the app, find where it says earn. It says earn, or it says earn rewards. I'm going to open it right now just so I can see what it actually looks like to give you the proper instructions on what to look for. When you open up Coinbase, they're going to say, it'll show you, if you're using your phone, it'll show you new asset. Forth is now trading on Coinbase, and you can click on the button and you'll be able to earn some rewards. Okay, so it says rewards. So if you haven't done this yet, if you're a Coinbase user, you can earn 5 or 6 or 7 different cryptos. You can earn some just by going in there and watching some really short videos. You take a quiz. You can do that right now today with this new Forth token, which has been listed on Coinbase. There's also a little bit of an interesting project, this Ample Forth, because what they do is they rebalance. It's sort of like a stable coin, but rather than being centrally controlled and pegged to the US dollar, it adjusts the supply based upon demand. Let's take a look at this here real quickly. Ample Forth detailed the launch of its new governance token, Forth. It will distribute to users of the protocol through a point system for those that have made on-chain transactions with its Ample cryptocurrency. The blog post explains that the new token will provide the mechanism by which the community will vote on parameter changes to the core Ample protocol and further decentralize it. May the Forth be with you. Hey, that's clever. Forth tokens are now live. The community can claim them until April 16, 2022. Any Forth tokens remaining undistributed 1 year from the launch date will be reclaimed to a community-governed DAO, decentralized autonomous organization. The deflationary token is modeled on the compound finance system to offer incentives for all network participants. There are 15 million Forth minted at the Genesis event. The initial supply will be available immediately, with future inflation set at 2% per year. The distribution breakdown is pretty simple. 67% will go to the community, while the remaining 33% goes to early backers, the core development team, advisors, supporters, and the Ample Forth Foundation. Community allocation will be governed by a point system scored by on-chain activity. That's enough about Ample Forth. Okay, friends, thank you so much for tuning in today. That is going to be a wrap for this daily crypto update. I hope you all have a phenomenal Thursday. Hey, we're getting close to the weekend. Looking forward to that, right? All right, press on. Remember, it's always a great day to continue to stack. Also, by the way, just launched a new Telegram group. So you can just look for Block Thrasher on Telegram, or you can find a link if you're in the Facebook group. You can go to Facebook and We'd love to see you. We'd love to have you there. As always, it's a great day to earn more crypto. Love and appreciate you all. Talk to you soon.